Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, your premier source for Second Amendment news. And I'm outside. You can probably hear the air conditioner above me. I apologize, but this is, believe it or not, the most quiet spot in this house right now, including the vehicles flying by. But I wanted to do a quick update today on what is the biggest case in the nation right now related to the Second Amendment, and that is the McCloskeys in St. Louis. Word is that the city prosecutor, the one that Mrs. Gardner, the one I chronicled on the last video, the word is that she is about to indict them, and it might come down this morning actually. But there is no criminal charges. So for those who, excuse me, those who aren't familiar with the legal process, an indictment is from a grand jury. A grand jury are just people from the community that are pulled together for a couple days sometimes, and prosecutors bring tons of cases. They hear the cases and they either issue a true bill, which is an indictment, or no true bill. And what it is just means that there is the slightest bit chance that you actually did it. It's not really it's not like being guilty, which is proof beyond reasonable doubt. And I say that because if and when this indictment comes down, I understand that a lot of people are going to overreact because they're not sure of what it actually is. There's a saying in the community, in the courts, and if you don't believe me, you can ask one of your lawyer friends if you have any, but there's a saying that a banana peel can be indicted in a grand jury. It's that easy. There's no cross-examination or anything. It's just the DA, the city prosecutor, however it's set up where you live. They pitch their spiel before the grand jury, and then they vote, yeah, is it more likely to happen that he did it, yeah or not? And then the case moves forward because of that. Now remember that the St. Louis Police Department has said that they being the McCloskeys, Mr. and Mrs. McCloskey, haven't violated any laws. You also have the Attorney General for the state of Missouri, who came out and said that what the McCloskeys did fell within the realm of the Castle Doctrine in Missouri. So you have the Attorney General, which is the highest person, the highest law enforcement official in the state, says that these folks did what they're supposed to do, or that what they did was allowed. You have the local police department who did the preliminary investigation saying that they were legally allowed to do what they did, and in fact the intimidation by the mob and all that stuff was a factor as well. So with all that taken into consideration, this rogue Democrat, anti-gun, pro-protest, pro-destruction of America city prosecutor is pushing this against the McCloskeys. Now she has said that she is big time in favor of BLM and stuff like that. In fact, she has released 35 of the looters or protesters that were arrested for looting, burning, assaults, all that stuff. She has released those people because the First Amendment allows them to violate laws in her mind. But if you stand there and protect yourself from that angry mob that is looking or threatening on camera to burn your house down, kill your dog, kill you and your wife, live in your house, come back, you're next, all that stuff, she's okay with criminalizing that person who is being attacked and needs to defend themselves, like the Second Amendment says. But she won't prosecute the people who are burning down businesses and destroying statues, that type of person, okay? So now that this is the type of person we're talking about here, this Gardner lady. In fact, so much so, let me read you something that I was sent last night by one of my viewers. Thank you, you know who you are. I have a letter, and I'm going to put it up on screen here in a second. This is from the State Representative Ben Baker, who is in the Missouri House of Representatives. I'm going to read this to you because it's very short. And this was dated yesterday, and it says, Ms. Kimberly Gardner. She, again, is the city attorney for the city of St. Louis. It says, Ms. Gardner, in light of your unlawful handling of the governor's Grecian's case, don't know what that is, and now recent actions as St. Louis Circuit Attorney, I am asking for your immediate resignation. You have failed to carry out your responsibility of upholding the law in the state of Missouri. There have been multiple criminal cases turned over to your office by the St. Louis Police Department in recent weeks, and you have failed to do your job and prosecute those who were arrested for breaking the law during riots in St. Louis. Yet, on Friday, July 10th, by your order, a warrant was served at the McCloskey residence and firearms were confiscated with no cause under the law. This action was the last straw regarding your bad judgment, poor implementation of the law, and blatantly biased decision-making. Your performance has been unacceptable, especially from one who is elected to uphold the law. Your record is permanently tarnished from making activist decisions based upon political agenda rather than by the law. Ms. Gardner, you must be held accountable to the people for your actions, and so it is only right that when you have failed to keep your oath of office to uphold the law, that you should resign immediately. Sincerely, and it's signed Ben Baker. So there's a lot going on in Missouri, so much so that one of the state reps is asking for her immediate termination or resignation. So there's a lot going on. I'm going to try to stay updated as much as possible, but the video I was going to do this morning, maybe I'll push it off to this afternoon. But there's a lot going on with the impending indictment by this activist of a city attorney, and now the state itself, the state legislature members, or at least one of them, is asking for her to move on down the road because she's transparent. So if you want to burn things down, you'll be protected in St. Louis. But if you want to defend your property and defend your rights as the law allows, not just that, as our rights given to us by the Creator, our unalienable rights, allow us to protect ourselves. And the key thing, I've watched a couple interviews with Mr. McCloskey, and you know, he's definitely somebody who was not pro-Second Amendment before this happening. And if you hear him speak, maybe it's just for the camera, but he's definitely somebody who values his rights right now. So I am glad that they did stand up for their rights, because it took somebody. And the fact that they're on the anti-gun side, they're on the ultra-liberal side, is a big slash to the tires of the anti-gun machine. And they don't know how to handle it, so they're trying to quell it with Kimberly Gardner, and they're being outed right now, trying to keep it transparent so that everybody sees what's going on. All right, guys and gals, I know that some people are hung up on the handling of the firearms. I get it, but be it what it may, they did what they thought they had to do when the time was there, and who knows, perhaps because they did it, they're still alive and their house is still standing. And for that, that's a win, and we should be behind that, because we're the Second Amendment community. Doesn't matter what you look like, how you dress, what guns you use. Yes, even people with yeet cannons can protect themselves. All right, guys, I hope you're having a fantastic morning. Until we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry a weapon. Please subscribe to Guns and Gadgets if you want all of the Second Amendment news, no matter where it happens, with no spin, just straightforward. Take care. Have a good day.